Okay, y'all. So let's go ahead and create our treasure chest here. Alright, I have two piles. This is the bottom part of our treasure chest, and this is going to be our lid. Okay, I'm going to slide my lid over to the side for a minute. Alright, we're going to work on the bottom part. Okay, and what I'm using, y'all, is I'm using medium weight chipboard, and this is black. It is the same thing as the craft colored chipboard. It is just black. So it is medium weight, and you can pick this up at Country Craft Creations, and I'll leave the link in the description bar below. Okay, so what you're going to need are two pieces that are 4 by 6 1/4. Alright, you're going to need two pieces that are 4 by 9. Okay, and then you're going to need one piece that is 6 1/4 by 9. Alright, so your 6 1/4 by 9 is going to be your bottom piece. Okay, then your front and the back of your box are going to be your 4 by 9s. Okay, then your 4 by 6 1/4 are going to be your sides. Okay, so this is how, you know, the box is going to go together. Okay, I'm going to leave just a tiny little spacing between each one, so it's going to be probably about 1/8 of an inch, if that much. Alright, so this is how we're going to lay it out. Okay, then I have these little strips here, and these are just my binding strips. Okay, they're 1-inch strips. They're scored in the middle. Alright, see that score line there? I hope you can see that score line. Let's see here. Alright, see my little score line here? So that's all it is. Okay, it is a 1-inch piece that is scored in the middle. Okay, I've added score tape to both sides here, and all this is just a 1 by 11. Okay, so I just took an 8.5 by 11, just cut me up a bunch of little strips here. Okay, my lighting's going a little wonky over here on this side. Not really sure what's going on there. Maybe it'll fix itself. There we go. Alright, so that's all these are, y'all. Just little binding strips, okay? You can use craft text. You can use seam binding. You can use, you know, whatever you want to. I just like to use just regular old cardstock. This is 65-pound cardstock that I pick up at Michael's. Alright, 1 inch, scored at 1/2. Just add your score tape on both sides of it. On one side, but both sides of your score line here. Alright, anyway. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take, okay, let's work on one side at a time here. Alright, because I don't want to confuse anybody, and I don't want to confuse myself either. Okay, so I'm just going to peel the backing off of one of my pieces here. Okay, now I'm just going to hold up this piece. Okay, and I'm going to go to that score line. Okay, and if you want to, y'all, you can add glue as well. I'm just going to use the score tape here. I think that'll be fine. Alright, so I'm just going to take this edge right up to my score mark. Okay, don't go over that little score mark. Alright, so I'm just going to take it, line it up here. Alright, and just press it on there. Okay, now I'm going to take my bone folder, just press it down. Okay, now I'm just going to take my scissors, just cut that off. Alright, and I'm going to stick this to the side. I shouldn't have peeled my backing all the way off, but that's okay because I'll use it in just a minute to place it there. Okay, so now I'm going to take this piece, take this backing off. Again, if you want to use wet glue, you go right ahead. Alright, so now I'm going to take this piece and lay it right on top of here. And I'm going to go, again, y'all, I'm going to leave about 1/8 of an inch spacing. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just going right next to that score line. And again, I'm not going over the score line. My two pieces are not touching. Okay, so let me show you here what we have. Alright, so see, I have a little gap here. Okay, so that way when you bend this up, it's going to be like, you know, a perfect little spot there. Okay, now I'm going to add this side over here on. So I'm going to take another one of my 4 by 6 1/4. I'm going to take my binding strip here. I'm just going to peel it all the way off. Alright, again, I'm just going to lay it on here. Not going over that score line. Look at there, I put it on the wrong side. Alright, you want to place it on the long side, not the little short side. I'm sure some of y'all were just screaming at me. Turn it over, wrong side. Alright, so now this is what we have again. Okay, I'm just going to take my scissors, cut that piece off, set this to the side. I'm not sure if I burnished it down or not, so I burnished again. Alright, peel that backing off. Again, if you want to use wet glue, go right ahead. Alright, I'm just going to lift this up, lay this down, take my piece here, line it up to where I want it. Okay, and make sure now you take your time. When you have it where you want it, press it down. Okay. So now this is what we have. Alright, we have our little space here, our little space here. Okay, so now we have our sides on. Okay, now I want to put my front and my back on. So I'm going to take another binding strip. And y'all, I don't know how many binding strips this is. I just cut, you know, 3 sheets of 8.5 by 11. And that's all I did. So, you know, if I run out, I'll cut more. If I don't run out, I'll stick those in my reserve pile. Okay, again, I'm going to go to the long side here. Line it up. Okay, don't go over that score line. Okay, take my scissors, cut this little piece off. Alright, and again, I'm going to stick this to the side. Okay, it's just a small piece, but I may be able to use it on my lid. Okay, so I'm going to take my backing off of this side. Alright, now I'm just going to take, and now I'm going to do the center part here. Okay, so I'm going to take the center part and lay it right on here. Okay, so take your time. And you have it where you want it. Just place it down, press it down, flip it over, burnish. Okay, now I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to place one on this side. So again, take a 4x9, take a binding strip, peel the backing off of one side. Okay. And I'm going, I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but I'm going to go right at that score line. Okay. And then I'm just going to measure it up down here, line it up down here, same spot. Okay, then I'm just running my fingers. Alright, see my 2 fingers, one on the front, one on the back, and just press it down together. Okay. Now I'm going to take my scissors, cut this off. Take my backing off of this side. Okay. Line it up here. Okay, so I'm just going to lay this piece down and I'm going to lift this piece up. Okay, and I'm just going to place it right over top. Alright, this little piece right here, I didn't cut all the paper off, so let me fix that really quick. Oh, let me get my small scissors. Okay, I normally don't like to use these scissors with tape, but that's okay. So see that, y'all? I just had just a little bit hanging over and I just trimmed it off. Okay, so now, alright, I'm going to take it, line it up. Okay, when I have it where I want it, I'm going to lay it down, press right across there. Okay, flip it over, burnish it down. And another thing, if y'all want to angle your little corners here, go right ahead. I didn't mind, you know, it's not going to matter because I am going to have decorative paper on top of this. So these little corners, you know, they don't really bother me. But if they do bother you, all you have to do is just angle off your little strips like that. Alright, so, you know, that's totally optional. You know, you do what you want to do. But the little squared look, it doesn't bother me. Okay, now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a binding strip and put here, 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 and here. Alright, so my smaller 4x6 1/4 are going to have binding strips on both sides here. Let's flip this over. Alright, so see these binding strips are on here? Now these I want to go underneath. Alright, so I'm just going to lift that up. Place my little binding strip underneath my chipboard piece. When I have it where I want it, press it down. Okay, and I hope that's making sense, y'all. I'm a little bit nervous. Well, a lot of nervous. Because when it comes to big projects like this, you know, I don't want to tell y'all anything wrong. And I want it to be, you know, semi already nice and put together and, you know, whatever. But I don't want to tell y'all anything wrong. So I get really, really nervous and really, really anxious whenever I make bigger projects. Okay, here. Alright. See my little shiny piece there? If it's best sometimes to just fold it up. So, you know, fold it like this. Don't fold it all the way because then it'll stick together. Okay, but fold it like this. And then it's going to look like this. Okay, so you have a side here and a side here. See how that is? And then just lift this up and slide it under. Okay, so see that? That way, you know, your seam, your little score line is going to be right there where you want it. Alright, and again, don't press it down until you have it where you want it. Alright, when you have it where you want it, press it down. I'm going to flip it over, burnish. Okay. I'm just going to take my scissors, cut that off. Alright, now I'm going to do these two sides. So let me get another binding strip here. Alright, so I'm just going to hold this piece up, slide this under. And you'll notice, you know, one side is easier to do than the other. Like, you know, I'm right-handed, so the right-hand side is easier for me. The left-hand side is, you know, a little harder for me. Alright, so I'm just going to take my scissors, cut that off, peel the backing all the way off here. Alright, I'm going to slide it over here, do the same thing. Okay, I got a little tape hanging off the edge there, so all I did was folded it up. Alright, I'm going to lift up this side, slide my little piece under. Okay, when you slide it under, y'all, make sure you don't go like way under. You're only going to the edge of your chipboard. Alright, so see right here, like I went a little over. So I'm going to have to move that piece. Okay, I'm just going to flip it over and try again. Alright, so I'm just going to go right to the edge. And when I have it where I want it, I'm going to press it down. Okay, so now I'm going to flip it back over, cut this little piece here off. Alright, and this piece is savable. Alright, don't throw this away. We can use it on the top. Okay, so now that we have all of our little strips on, okay, we've already got the center part done. Okay, and the reason why you want to do the center part first, and you know, you want to flip it over, is because this will be on the inside of your box. Alright, so when we fold this up, we're not going to have to stick our hand down in our box, you know, to place these strips on. Okay, so we're going to peel the backing off of this one. I am going to add some glue this time. Sorry about my arm going in the way there. Alright, so I'm just going to add just a little bit of glue. If I can get it to come out. Come on, glue. Alright, let me try messing with it here. Alright, now let's try this. Alright, add a little bit of glue. Okay, now I'm going to lift up this flap here. Okay, now I have, alright, I'm just going to call this my bottom flap, okay, because this is closest to me. This will be my top because it's furthest. Alright, so I'm just going to lift this bottom flap up, lift this side flap up, let them match up together here. Press that paper, your little binding strip in. Okay. Alright, let me check something to make sure here that I have it where I want it. Alright, let me show you. Okay, I don't want this top strip to go on top of this chipboard. I want it to go on the inside of it, so right here. Okay. And if it goes on the top of it, y'all, don't worry about it. It'll be just fine. You can make it go on top. And honestly, y'all, this is one reason why I hate doing boxes. Because sometimes they'll line up perfect and sometimes they won't. Okay. So I'm just going to press that. Alright, if you got a clothespin, take a clothespin, clip it on. You know, let it sit while you do the next one. Alright, so now I'm going to go over here to my left hand side. Take the backing off of this strip. Okay, add some glue. Same thing. Alright, I'm just going to fold it up. Okay. And I'm just going to take my two pieces here. Alright, they're just going to bump just like this. Okay. I'm just going to line them up. I'm just going to press this piece down. Okay, and if you want to, lay your box down and press it like this. Take your bone folder and just press. Okay? And you'll see here, you'll have some glue come out. That's no big deal. Take your clothespin, let it hold this side. Alright, and we're going to flip it around. We're going to do the same thing here. Okay, so I'm just going to open up these two little flaps here. Alright, let's work on the right hand side. So I'm just going to peel the backing off. Okay, if you want to, tilt it sideways. You know, you can move this box around any way you want to make it work. You know, sometimes it's a little harder when you're on camera. But, you know, just move it around any way you want to that helps you move it, you know, around. Alright, so now I'm just going to take this flap, press it to the side here. Okay, take my little binding strip, push it over. Okay, lay it down, take your bone folder, press it down in there, take it to the side, hold it right here with your fingers and press. You know, take your little clothespin, move it over here now. Alright, now I'm going to do my last strip here. Alright, so I'm going to lay it down so you can see it this way. Okay, I'm just going to peel the backing off, add some glue. Okay, I'm just going to hold these two pieces together. So I'm just going to press it here at the top. You know, that way it's all the way down. Lift my little flap up, press it on. Take your bone folder, press it. Lay it down, press it. Take your little clothespin, clip it. That's it, y'all. This is the bottom of our box. Okay, so now we need to add more strips everywhere because we want this to be good and sturdy. So we're going to add strips here on this inside on all four corners. Alright, we're going to flip it over. We're going to add strips all the way around here. Okay, so I'm just going to take one of my little strips here. Okay, I'm just going to peel the backing off. Alright, I am going to add some glue to help hold this together. Alright, I'm just running all the way down here. And of course it's not going to need to be all the way down. So if you want to, just run your glue along here. Okay, now I'm just going to take and line it up. And something else, y'all, if you want to, you can go ahead and cut these strips before you place them on. So if you do that, it's going to be a 9. Alright, I'm going to move this over here. I'm just going to hang on to it because I may need it in a few minutes. Alright, so I'm just going to take it. And again, I'm not going over that score line. Okay, so now I'm going to hold it up this way so I can see. Okay, so I'm just taking the bottom of my box, taking it right to that score line, right on both sides. Press it down just like we done before. Take your bone folder, press it down. Okay, take the backing off. Okay, you probably want it to dry just a little bit before you go peeling on it like I just did. Alright, so I'm going to lay it down, and I'm just going to press from the inside here and just work that, you know, strip on there. And I'm just going to take my glue, run it along this little strip. Okay, now I'm just going to tip my box over just to kind of get it, you know, bending a little bit. Alright, so I'm just going to work it. Okay, and it's going to catch. You know, it keeps wanting to come off here, but it will catch. Okay, all you got to do is just keep rubbing. Just rub that paper down. Okay, take your bone folder, press it. Alright, sorry, I'm shaking the camera there. Alright, but see, now we have that binding strip on. Okay, now I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Alright, again, I'm going to go ahead and cut it. So if you want to pre-cut, it's going to be 9 inches. Alright, so I'm just going to take my backing off here. Okay, and this time, I'm just going to add some glue here. Okay. Now, I'm going to take it. And again, y'all, I'm going to hold it up so I can see it. You know, just like I said before, move it around so you can see. Okay, so I already have my glue on there. I'm just going to take it. I'm going to hold it up. Place it right at that little score line on both sides. Okay, when you have it where you want it, press it down. Okay, press it, press. Alright. Flip it over. I'm just going to push it down in here. Okay, now I'm going to take the backing off of this piece. Add some glue. Alright, now again, I'm just going to turn my box here just so it gets that binding strip to bending a little bit. Okay, now I'm just going to, and what I'm doing is I'm holding the inside of my box here so it doesn't move, and I'm just going to take my thumb and just work that paper down. You hear it trying to peel off there? See, it keeps coming off. No big deal. Just press and work it. You know, just take your fingers and work that paper there, and it will grab. It will grab a hold of that chipboard, and it will catch. Alright, see here? Alright, now we're going to do our two sides. So again, I'm just going to take a strip here. Okay, I'm going to measure it. Well, I'm eyeball measuring. I'm not really measuring. Okay, but if you want to, you can angle these corners. That's totally your choice. Alright, I'm going to peel the backing off, add some glue. I'm just going to add my glue right here. Okay, now I'm going to take my strip, and again, I'm just going to hold my box so I can see it now. And I hope y'all can see this as well. Okay, so when I have my box like this, I can see my corners here, but I can also see this little 1/2 inch groove in my strip here. Okay, so I'm just going to line it up. And again, I'm not going over that score line. See there? I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Alright, I'm just going to press it down. Okay, and you see here, I went over just a tiny bit. That's no big deal. I'm going to take my scissors. I'm just going to cut that off. Okay. Now, if you want to, you can bend your little strip before you ever take the adhesive off and the glue, and that'll also help it bend. whenever you do take that strip off. Okay, so I'm just going to take my strip off, add my glue. Okay, I'm going to tilt it so it'll bend, stand it up, press it down. Okay, and y'all, if you know a better way to make a box, go right ahead. Shoot, if you want to, you can buy a box already made. You don't have to make a box. You know, they make little wooden treasure chests just about anywhere now at little craft stores. Or you can order them online. Okay? Alright, let me show you. You will have this little, like, seam or, you know, whatever this is here. That doesn't bother me. Okay? You know, if you're down and staring at my little box that bad, you know, then you may not need to make one. But it's not really noticeable once you get your papers on it. But I do want to point out, you are going to have like a little space there. So if you want to, you can wait and add these strips. For your sides, you can wait and add those on last. Alright, one more side here. So I'm just going to take it. Same thing. I'm just going to line it up. Cut this little piece off. Okay. Take my backing off of one side. Alright, add some glue. Alright, I'm going to hold my box up. Okay, I'm just going to turn it here so I can see. Alright, I'm just going to line it up. Okay, I'm not going over that score line. Alright, when you have it where you want it, press it down. Flip it over. Press it on the back. Take this backing off. And again, y'all, if it's hanging over too much, you know, cut it off before you glue this side down. Alright. So now I've added my glue. I'm just going to bend it up. Press that paper down. Just working it. Alright, take my bone folder, press it down. Alright, now we have the outside. All of our binding strips are on the outside. Okay? And like I said, if you want to, you can wait and do these side strips last. You know, that way you don't see this little part. But like I said, it's not going to bother me. Okay, I'm going to have design paper on it, and it's going to cover that up pretty much. Alright, now, I need to put little strips here on the inside. So what I like to do is I like to take a strip, bend it, you know, go ahead and fold it. Alright, I like to lay my strip in here. Just lay it, okay, all the way to the bottom. And then right here, you're going to cut it off. So if you want to, you can mark it with a pencil. Let me find my pencil. Oh gosh, I really shook the camera that time. Sorry, taking y'all for a little shake there. We're on a treasure hunt. Okay, anyway, so I'm just going to hold my strip down. Okay, and I'm just going to take and mark it. Alright, see? Just like this. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cut it. And these scissors are not very good. Okay, now, I'm going to go ahead and cut all four. Okay, so I'm just going to take this one, fold it up. Alright. I'm just going to take it, line them up. Alright, and then I'm just going to cut that off. Just to match that one. Alright, I'm going to do two more. And again, y'all, if you want to pre-measure all of your strips, you know, go right ahead. You don't have to, you know, have them all one length like I have here. This is just, you know, my kind of quick and easy way. Alright, so now I have all of my strips. Okay, I'm going to bend them all. Alright, and now I'm just going to peel the backing off. And I'm going to do both of these at the same time. So I'm going to peel the backing off of both sides. Okay, I'm just going to carefully hold it, add some glue to both sides here. Alright, I'm going to tilt my box down. Okay, so I'm just going to take my little strip, Alright, my box is tilted. Okay, so my point is down here toward the bottom. I'm just going to take and lay that in just like this. Okay, I'm going to take my bone folder, press it in that crease. Alright, don't go pressing too hard now. Alright, I'm going to lay it down, press both sides, and there you go. So now you have the inside little flaps done. And you see here, it may be just a tiny bit over. See that? And if it is, no big deal. Take your scissors, cut it off, or you can take a piece of sandpaper and you can sand that off, or you can just, you know, take your fingers and just kind of press it down. Whatever you want to do. There are multiple ways of, you know, shimming the top or skimming the top of the paper off. Alright, I'm going to take my next one, peel both sides off, add my glue to both sides. Okay, again, I'm going to take my box, tilt it down. Alright, and with it folded, see, I have it folded here. Okay, I'm just going to take that crease, the folded centerpiece there, and place it right in that crease of the box. Alright, lay it down, take your bone folder, press it, flip it, press it. Alright, again, I have a little bit hanging there, so I will trim them off in just a second. Okay, but I want that glue, you know, to grab really well, so I'm not going to mess with it right now. Alright, I'm going to move on. So I'm going to take my next one, peel these little pieces off, add my glue, okay, again, I have it folded. Take my box here, take my corner. Alright, I got something in my little corner there. Let me get that out. Okay, I'm just going to take it, place the center right in the center. And then, of course, it wants to move on me. So I'm just going to take my bone folder. I'm just going to take the pointy end and just press right in that center. Okay, I'm going to lay it down, press, flip, press. Alright, now I have one more side here. So again, I'm going to take my backing off of my strips on both sides. Okay, add my glue to both sides here. Okay, just going to take my box, flip it, place my little piece in, press it down in that corner, lay it down, press, flip, and press. Okay, ta-da! Now we have the inside of our binding strips on. We have the outside of our binding strips on. Okay, we also want to add binding strips here on the top if you want to. Alright, that's totally optional. And one reason why you do want to do it is so, you know, it kind of looks good. So, you know, you're going to have like a picture frame look. You know, you're going to have your sides. So you want to go ahead and add one to the top. But like I said, y'all, that's totally optional. You do not have to add a binding strip here if you don't want to. Okay, I'm just going to take and I'm going to trim off these little edges here. And when you do this, just take your scissors, just trim them off. Okay, just like that. You just want to trim them up. You're giving a little haircut here, a little paper cut. Alright. So just like that. Okay. Now, it does not have to be perfect. You know, I know a lot of times we want our stuff to be perfect. But y'all, please, please remember, this is paper crafting. And nothing is ever perfect. Not in paper crafting, not in life. Nothing ever is, you know, perfect. So just have fun. You know, have fun when you're making any project that you do. Whether it's a project of mine or a project of somebody else. Just have fun. You know, crafting is supposed to be fun. Okay, now I want to do my 2 sides first, and then I'm going to do the front and the back sides here. So I'm just going to take a strip. Alright, I'm just going to kind of eyeball it here. Alright, and when you do this part, okay, I'm going to show you how I do mine. Alright, you may have your own way of doing yours. I like to take my strip, lay it all the way across here. Alright, cut it off just a hair shorter than the side here. Okay, so if I were to lay it down here, okay, see there, I'm just a hair shorter on one side. Alright, I'm going to go ahead, fold it down, fold it over. Alright, so now it's folded up. Okay, you're going to lay it on top. It's not going to fit all the way down. So, I'm going to open it up. I'm going to miter just a little bit on one side. Okay, so let me show you now. This is what I have. Alright, so see, I've only cut one side. Okay, the side here is straight. Alright, I didn't cut anything at all off of the sides on that one. But here, I cut it off here, and I cut it off here. Okay, the mitered side is going to be the side that goes on the inside. Alright, so when you fold it back up, place it back on, and now it fits. Okay, so now it fits down in there. Sorry about that. It's kind of cold in my room. I've got my fan on. So now I'm just going to take my strip off. I'm going to add some tape. I'm going to add some glue on top of that tape. Should have took off both sides. Alright, I'm going to add glue to both sides here. And remember, the side that you did not cut is going to go on the outside here. Your mitered side that you did cut is going to go on the inside. Okay, so just take it and right, you know, where that little groove is, where you folded it, lay that right on top of your box. Alright, and then just press it. Lay it down, press, flip it over, press. Okay, easy, easy, easy. Alright, we're going to do it again. I'm going to take my little piece here, my little binding strip, cut it. Alright, again, I'm only going to miter one side. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and fold it. Because when you pre-fold it, it lays over the sides a lot better. Alright. So check it before you glue it. That's another thing too. Always check before you glue, because once you glue, it's not going to come off. So you can always dry fit. And then, you know, if you need to cut a little more off, go right ahead. And if you cut it too short, no big deal. Throw that strip in your little reserve pile and get another one. Okay? So I have my glue on both sides. The side that I did not miter is going on the outside. The side I did miter is going on the inside. Okay, so I'm just going to lay it right on top. My little flat part here. I'm just going to take it, press it down. Alright, take my box, lay it down, press. Take it, stand it up, press. Alright, now I have my two sides here. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing. Alright, this time I'm not going to measure, well, yeah, I'm going to measure it the same way. Alright, so I'm just going to hold it up to the side of my box. Alright, this one is longer, so you may have to lay it on top of the box. And then just measure it. Okay. I'm about to confuse myself here with my mitering, so always make sure that you take your time when you're cutting it. Because you can measure twice and cut once. You don't ever want to cut first and then say, oh Lord, I cut too much off. Alright, go ahead and fold up your strip. Lay it on top. Make sure it fits. Okay, it fits. So, I'm going to take my tape off of both sides. Okay, I'm going to add my glue to both sides. And look here, y'all, you can add glue right in that little groove there. Okay, alright, again, Side I did not cut is going on the outside. My mitered side is going on the inside. Alright, lay it right on top. Let that little groove piece go right on top. And then just press in your sides. Okay? And I hope this is making sense, y'all. If y'all have any questions at all, please let me know. And I will try to help you out as best as I can. Like I said, you know, this is one reason why I really don't do big projects on my channel. Is because I get nervous. And, you know, I don't really want to mess up. So y'all take your time when you do this. Because if you mess up, I don't want you blaming me. Because I don't want it to be my fault. Alright, anyway. Okay, I'm just going to miter my little sides here. Only on one side am I mitering. If you mess up and miter both sides, don't worry about it, y'all. It's no big deal. Alright, go ahead and fold it. Okay, I want to check it before I glue. And there we go. It's going to fit. I'm just going to open it up. Take that backing off. Okay. Now I'm going to add my glue to both sides here. Alright, again, not mitered side on the outside, mitered side on the inside. Okay, just take it, lay it on. Alright, I like to press at the top and press down. Okay, lay it down, press, flip it over, press. Now, we have all four sides done. Ta-da! All of the inside is done, all of the outside is done. Alright, so now we just have a large box. Okay, so now we need to make the top of our box. So now we need to make our lid. Alright, so now we're just going to move our box over. I'm just going to stick it here to the side. Alright, now we're going to work on the lid. Okay, again, I'm using the black medium weight chipboard. Okay, and I'm probably going to have to cut me some more strips here in a minute or two. So let me just go ahead and close up my glue here. We're going to go ahead and do the top part here. Alright, because I may or may not have enough. Alright, so what you're going to need, okay, and I'm going to tell you, I made a template, alright, for these pieces here. Okay, this is medium weight chipboard. You're going to need two pieces that are 3 by 6 1/4. You're going to need two pieces that are 3/4 by 9. You're going to need two pieces that are 3 by 9. You're going to need one piece that is 2 1/4 by 9. Alright, so now, what we're going to do, we're going to work on these little side pieces here first. Okay, so I'm just going to move all this over. Okay, these pieces here, these are the sides of our box, of our lid. Okay, so you're going to take a 3 by 6 1/4. Alright, you're going to measure up 3/4. Alright, so I just take, and I'm going to hold it up, that way you can see it. Okay, this is my easy read ruler. Alright, I get this ruler from Amazon. Well, I got this ruler from Amazon. I don't get it, I've already got it. Okay, but you can purchase this ruler at Amazon. This is a 12-inch. I also have an 18-inch. Okay, but y'all, this ruler is perfect. It tells you every single little measurement you're going to need. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to go up to 3/4. I'm going to lay it right here on top. Alright, here's my 3/4 mark. Okay, you're going to take it and you're going up 3/4. Okay, so I took it 3/4, made a line. Alright, here's my 3/4 here. Take it up here, make your line. Alright, you're going to do that to both sides. Okay, so all you're doing is you're measuring up 3/4. Alright, now for the top, we're going to go over 2 inches. Okay, so I'm going to take my ruler. Alright, so I'm at my 2 inches. It's kind of hard to hold this up. Okay, so I'm at 2. I'm going to make a mark right here. Okay, now I'm going to turn my ruler over to this side. And there's my 2 inch. So I'm just going to take it. Okay, see my 2 inch there? Alright, I'm just going to make a mark. Okay, so bottom, you're going up 3/4. top, you're going in 2 inches. Okay, so I'm just going to go here, make a mark, turn my ruler over here, make a mark. Alright, now what you're going to do is you're going to cut these 2 little sides off. So it's going to look like this. And the reason why I did not do this on my chipboard, it is so much easier if you cut a template out of paper. Okay, I'm going to show you, this is what I cut my chipboard with. Okay, I have the Fiskars rotary trimmer. And you see, you know, it is a good size trimmer here. Okay, but I'm going to tell you, when you stick your chipboard in here, and I don't really care how big the piece is, when you put your chipboard in here and you're at an angle and you go to cutting, it's going to move. This chipboard will move because this can get very, very hard to move sometimes. And when you're cutting chipboard, it gets extremely hard to move. So, if you have a good cutter, I've heard that the Dolly is a good cutter, but if you have that Fiskars cutter, or you know, if you have just a regular cutter, chipboard is very, very hard to cut on an angle. So make yourself a template, okay? So again, 3/4 up, 2 inches in, cut from your 3/4 mark to your 2 inch mark. All right, just cut that off. All right, this is what you have. Okay, so you've cut both sides from your 3/4 mark to your 2 inch, from your 3/4 mark to your 2 inch. All right, then take your piece of chipboard, lay your template on top. All right, take your scissors, and I have the Tim Holtz scissors. These are some really, really good scissors if you're cutting chipboard. All right, just take them, cut it off. Okay, and that's, you know, basically it. Is make yourself a little template here and cut your 2 side pieces here. Alright, now your other pieces, you know, you can cut those on your cutter because they're all straight. But like I said, if you're cutting at an angle, you want to make yourself a template. Alright, and I hope this template makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know, you know, and I can try to explain it a better way. Okay, now let me move this out of my way here. That's just some paper that I have sitting back there. Alright, this is how this is going to lay out. Okay, I'm going to take one of my 3 by 6 1/4. I'm going to take a 3 1/4 by 9. Okay, alright, I'm just going to move this piece, this 3 by 6 1/4, over to the side here. Alright, so you're going to take, that's going to line up like that. You're going to take a 3 by 9. This is going on your side here. Okay, and I'm just going to let them touch. That way you can see. Alright, then you're going to take your 2 1/4 by 9. Okay, that's going to go here. Let me turn this around so you can see those measurements if you need to see those better. Okay, and then you're going to take another 3 by 9. You're going to place it here. Then you're going to take your other 3/4 by 9. You're going to place it here. Okay, and I know all of this is not in frame, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it this way so you can maybe see it a little better here. Alright, so I have my 2 smaller pieces on the side. My 3 by 9 pieces are next. Okay, and then my 2 1/4 by 9 is at the top. Alright, so it looks like we have like a little sun here. Okay, so now that we have all of these sides taped, alright, now what we're going to do is we're just going to flip it over. Okay, and you don't want to, you know, go jerking on this or anything like that because, you know, this tape is not really secure. Yeah, you know, it has it together, but we still don't want it to fall apart. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take some strips. Let me see here. I'm trying to like do this easy so we all understand this. Alright, the best way I think is going to be, we're going to add strips along our long sides. Okay, so let's add a strip here. Alright, and I did have to cut me some more strips, y'all. My camera cut off, so I took that time to cut me some more of these strips. Alright, so I'm just going to cut them the same size. So again, you know, if you want to cut your strips before if you want to go ahead and cut your strips, God, y'all, I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart. If you want to go ahead and cut your strips before, you know, beforehand, that way you're not trimming like this, you go right ahead. All you have to do, you know, is make them 9 inches. Alright, so I'm going to stick this piece in my little reserve pile over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and take, and I'm just going to cut each of these, and I'm going to need, let's see, 8 of them. But I'm just going to cut 4 for now, for the outside. Okay. And I know, y'all, this video, you're probably thinking, oh my God, it's taking this long to build a box. Well, yeah, because I'm not really cutting anything out. It's kind of a, hey, craft along with me video. Because this is, you know, the first time I've made this box. So, we're doing this together. Alright, so now I'm going to take the backing off of one side. Okay, I'm going to take my glue. And I'm going to run some glue right here along the top. Alright, now I'm going to take, and I'm going to turn this so, you know, we can kind of see it together here. Alright, easiest way is I'm just going to take it and I'm going to go right here to this score line, right here to the edge. Okay, and I can't really get my head over top of it because then my head will be in the camera. But that's okay. I'm going to try my best to get it on there straight. Alright, so now I have a strip on here. Okay, I'm just going to turn my little piece here. I'm going to add a strip to the top of this one. Okay, again, I'm just taking the score tape off of one side. Alright, I'm going to run some glue along the top here. Okay, and again, I'm just going to turn it so I can, you know, kind of see here. Alright, I'm going right above that score line. Alright, I'm just going to press it down. So all I'm doing, y'all, is I'm going to the edge of my chipboard. And I'm just running that binding strip right on top. Alright, I'm going to turn it. Take the backing off. Add my glue. Alright. Again, I'm just going to take my little strip here. Place it on the end. Okay, burnish it down, twist it around again, take another binding strip, and add some glue. Alright, take this and add it right on top. Okay. So when you have it where you want it, press it down. Alright, now I'm going to bend it up. Alright, so I'm just going to take it. Let me turn it around this way here. Okay, one of my little pieces over here is wanting to come off. I'm going to lay it back down here and press that tape back on there. So I probably should have put a little piece here first. I'm trying to think here, what should I do? Alright, I'm just going to take, and like I said, y'all, we're just doing this together. I'm just going to take these strips here and I'm just going to fold them back. And all that's doing is, whenever I go to glue this together, that strip is going to fold easier for me. Okay, alright, so now all of those are folded back. I'm just going to take it and I'm just going to lay this up here. Alright, so I'm just going to bring the first two here together. Okay, I'm going to peel the backing off of this strip. Alright, I'm going to take some glue, add right here to the bottom of this second piece. Alright, so I'm going to hold this up so you can see. So of course it may fall apart here. Alright, but I'm just going to hold these two pieces up here together. Alright, they're not going to touch. Okay? I'm going to take this piece of binding piece here. Gosh, I wish I could lay this down. Look, that piece done fell off. Alright, let's try this. There's got to be an easier way. Alright, I'm going to take these two pieces. Alright, see them here? I'm going to go. They're not going to touch. I mean, I guess I can make them touch. But I don't want to force it. Shoot. Alright. Let me think. Maybe I should peel this off and put it on here. Maybe I should have done a practice one before I got on camera, huh? Alright, I'm just going to put these two pieces. I am leaving a little space in between here. Alright, let's see if that works. Alright, see here, y'all, I have a little space there. Heck, I don't know if that's going to work either. Doo-doo-doo. Let me take my little tape off. And I tore my little thing here. A little chipboard. So let me peel this off. Alright, y'all, this might be a darn disaster. Alright, so maybe my pieces do need to touch. Let me peel that off really, really quick. See there? Alright, so I'm going to make them touch. Let me add some glue there. Let me add some glue here as well. And I'll have a note at the beginning of this video to make sure you watch the whole entire video before you start crafting along with me. Okay, so I want my two pieces of chipboard to touch. Press that down. Now let's see if that's going to work. Nope. Peel that up before it dries. Why is this not working, y'all? What am I doing wrong? I know what I'm doing wrong. It needs to be at an angle. Alrighty then. Alright, let me bend this down. And I'm just going to press this down so, you know, all that lace flat here. Alright, y'all, we're just kind of experimenting. Okay, so that's going to need to be here. Here. Y'all, it can't be this damn difficult. Sorry for my language, but good God. Alright, so I'm going to angle it. Press it on. Alright. Let's see if that's going to work if I angle it down. Okay. Alright, that part worked. Alright, so what you're going to do here is you're going to take these two pieces, you're going to angle them. Now, let me do it on this side over here. Alright, so you're going to take this little strip here. Let me peel this off. Alright, we're going to take this little strip, we're going to peel the backing off. Alright, this is your 3x9 piece. Okay, we're going to take our 3/4 piece, and we're going to angle it up in here. And y'all, I swear there's got to be a better way to do this. I just don't know what it is. And I guess I should have watched some videos or looked up some stuff before I done this. And I didn't. You know, when I make a project, I want it to be, you know, something that I created. I don't want it to be something, you know, that has already been made. Alright, so look. Okay, so maybe all I need to do is just leave a little gap there. See, alright, that's going to work. Okay, here. I know this is difficult, and I know this is very, very hard to follow. Okay. So, our 3 by 9, our 3/4 by 9, you're going to have a tiny little space. Alright, you can lay them out flat. So you have a 3 by 9, you have a 3/4 by 9. Okay, we're going to take and add some glue right on top. Alright, you're going to leave a tiny little space between these two. Okay. Now, we're going to take, alright, see here we have a small little space between there. Alright, I'm not going to bend it right now because I want that glue to dry. Okay, I'm just going to burnish that down. Glue coming out, no big deal, wipe it off. Alright, we're going to take this 3 by 9 and 3/4 by 9 piece that we now have put together. Alright, it is attached here on this one side. Alright, we're just going to bend these two. Alright, we're going to bend this 3 by 9 down. Okay, we're going to take this 2 1/4 by 9. Okay, and bend it down. We're going to put these two together. Okay, again, you're going to have a small amount of spacing there. Okay, so I'm just going to take it, peel this off, peel the backing off, add some glue. Okay, I'm going to take this, hold it up. Again, I'm going to have a little spacing there. Just a little bit, okay? You don't want a lot of spacing. Alright, I'm just going to take it and I'm holding it and pressing this down. Alright, so now this is what we have. Okay? Now, I'm going to take this side, and again, I already have my 3 by 9 and my 3/4 by 9. Alright, they're put together. So I'm going to take it over here, and you see now it's standing up. Alright, so we're not going to be able to lay it down flat. So I'm going to peel this backing off of the score tape, add my glue right on top. Alright, I'm going to take this 3 by 9 piece. Okay, I'm going to place it right here on this 2 1/4 by 9. Alright, I'm going to leave a little spacing there. Okay, and this will be, you know, kind of take your time here because you're holding it. Well, I'm holding it anyway so I can show y'all. Otherwise, I'd have it sitting down on the table. Alright, so I'm just going to press this. God dog it. Alright. Okay, I'm going to press this together here. Hopefully this glue will catch it really quick. Okay. I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to press it right there. Alright, let me lay that down as much as I can here. Let me check it again. Yep, everything looks good. I'm going to take my bone folder, press that down so that glue's going to catch and it's going to dry. Alright, we already have this little piece on, so you know you can go ahead and bend it up there. Alright, so now this is what we have. Yay, we made our little lid. How about that? Alright, I need to add my piece of tape back on here. And y'all, this tape is just so I can, you know, get it done while on camera, because I don't want like everything falling apart. And like I said, you know, earlier, I want my projects to be easy and simple so everybody can understand them. But you see, this here was a little difficult for me to show, but look there, we done it. Yay, yay. Alright, now we need to put this side on. Okay, so I've got my 3 by 6 1/4. Alright, it's going to go on this side. Again, y'all, I'm going to take tape just so it'll hold it together. Alright, so I'm just going to place some tape here on my little sides. Alright. And if you can do this, you know, without this little bit of tape, go right ahead. Alright, but I need this tape to help me out here. Okay, so I'm just going to take it, Alright, my tape is on this side. Alright, so I'm going to flip this over, so now my tape is on the bottom. Alright, I'm just going to take it right here to this center mark. To this center here. Alright, when you have it where you want it, push that down and let it grab that tape. Alright, fold it up. I'm going to tilt it so I can hold it up here. Alright, and again, I have a little spacing there. Alright, see that little gap? Okay. Ooh, we got it together. Yes, sir, buddy. Ta-da, look at there. Look, look, look. We got a box lid. We got a box lid. Treasure box lid. Okay, now we need to put these little pieces here. Need to be on here. Alright, and you see they're hanging over a little bit, y'all. I'm not really caring that it's going to hang over a tiny bit. If that bothers you, then these two pieces right here, instead of having that little gap, let them touch. Alright, other than that, you know, it's no big deal. Alright, now, I need to put binding strips everywhere. Alright, I've already got them on the inside here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put them on the outside. Let's see, what's going to be the easiest way? Because I'm going to have to do them inside of here as well. Alright, let me go ahead and let's add some binding strips here. Okay, so I'm going to add one. Okay, so I've got my little binding strips here. I'm going to go ahead and bend them. Okay. I'm going to take my scissors. Let me close up my glue real quick, y'all. Because our glitter glue dries up quick. Uh-oh. Let me get my little piece up here. I have this little clear lid. And what this is, y'all, is whenever you buy the, doggone, I shook the camera again. Whenever you buy these glue tip pens, they come in this little plastic piece here. I keep that little plastic piece and put it right on top of my glue, just like that. Alright, anyway. Alright, let's get back to our little binding strip. I'm going to lay it across here. I'm going to cut it. Okay, I'll cut that one just a tiny bit short, but it's okay. Let's see here. I want to do my side ones first. Alright, don't do your big ones yet. Let's do these little side ones first here. Let's go ahead and cover up that tape there. Alright, so I'm just going to take my binding strips. Let's see. Alright, that one will fit. So again, I'm going to go ahead and fold it. Take my backing off. Add some glue. Let me fold it the right way here. Alright, add some glue on here. Okay, and I'm just going to take it, place it on. Alright. And I'm just carefully pressing that down. Okay, you don't want to push really hard on this lid here. Alright. So now I have that one on. Let me add two more here. Let's see, and what I'm doing, y'all, is these are just the little strips that I had earlier. And I'm just checking these to see, you know, which will fit. Alright, that one will kind of fit. So we're going to take this one, fold it in half, take these little backing strips off here. Well, gosh. Okay, y'all, I want to tell you too, my little mess up that I had on here just now, I'm going to keep that in the video. I'm not going to edit it out, because I want you to see, you know, that this can be difficult. It was for me anyway. So, you know, if you're getting to this point and you're feeling a little frustrated, keep going. You know, don't let it stress you out. Alright, I'm just going to take this one, place it on here. They don't want to move down for me. Alright, these two aren't lining up exactly like I want them to here. So let's try this again. Alright, now I have it on. I'm going to press it Okay, and this, y'all, you might do want to miter your corners. Maybe not. Alright, I didn't miter those, and it turned out okay. It just, you know, kind of overlaps right there, which it's not going to bother me. Alright, now let's take and add one on this side. Alright, I'm going to fold this in, take my backing strips off. So y'all, this video is pretty long, and I do apologize. You know, I like to keep my videos pretty short, but I wanted to do this, and I only wanted to do it once. And so that's why, you know, I'm doing it, we're all doing this together. Alright, so I'm just going to take this, put it on, pressing this lightly. Alright, I'm just going to push this chipboard up so, you know, it'll kind of press together there. Alright, if you want to, y'all, lay it down. Take your bone folder, press inside of there. Alright, you see that little glue right there come out? Don't worry about it, it's going to be covered up anyway. Alright, now we have these two little small sides here. Okay, and one thing, let's check to make sure it's going to fit in our box, on our box. Okay, because we may or may not have to trim those little pieces up. Alright, it's going to fit. So I'm not going to stress over those, these little sides right here hanging down, because they're not going to bother me. And they're not going to be in the way of the box. So everything is going to fit. Let me turn it sideways here so you can see. So see here, everything is going to fit up perfectly. You know, you're just going to have a tiny bit of overhang there. That's no big deal. Look, I'm about to put the wrong piece to the side. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's work on, let's go ahead and finish these two little ones here. Alright, so we need two little pieces here. So I'm just going to take one of my pieces here. Alright, let's cut it to fit. Look, now I'm darn confusing myself, y'all. It's real late at night. And, I wanted to get this done while it was fresh on my mind. Alright, so let me just cut it. And I'm going to cut the same amount again for the other side. Okay. So I'm just going to fold these little pieces, take the little backing off. Add my glue. Alright, take my little piece here, add it on. Alright, now I do have a little gap here. Alright, see this little hole right here in my box? I don't really care. You know, like I tell y'all, it does not bother me. You know, this is crafting. But if that little small hole, see there? See if that little hole right there bothers you? You can, oh, wait. When we put our, never mind, it's not going to cover it. I was going to say whenever we put this strip on, it's going to cover it, but it's not. So if that little hole right there bothers you, you can always take and put something on there. But it's not going to bother me. Alright, so I'm just going to do this side the same way. Make sure I got the right little strip here. Take these little backing pieces off. Okay, y'all, I'm going to do the other side the same exact way. I am going to do it on camera, but if you want to turn me off, you know, and do it yourself, you go right ahead. I'll never know. But, we're going to do it together. You know, I'm not going to turn you off. I'm going to keep you on. So you can see, you know, that I am doing this with you. Alright, so now we have this side right here done. Alright, let's do this side. Alright, same thing. I'm just going to add my little strips on here. That one's a little small. So let's start up here with this one in the center again, just like we did a while ago. Alright, I'm going to find a strip. Let me fold it. I'm trying to get it to fold here. Okay. I'm just going to cut it. So let me open it back up. I'm going to turn it so y'all can see those little white strips there, so you can see where I'm cutting. Alright. Take the backing off. add my glue. Okay, just place it on. Okay. And again, you just want to press it, but don't press it really, really hard. Okay, now we're going to do our sides. I'm going to get a larger strip. And I'm going to go ahead and bend it. Alright, I'm going to hold it up like this so we can see it. And I didn't quite, I cut that one too long. I'm going to cut just a little bit more off. Alright, take my backing off. And add my glue. Okay, I'm just going to take it right on here. Press it down. Alright, now we're going to do this side. So you see, you know, once you get the hang of it, it'll go pretty quick. And I know I probably made it a little difficult whenever I was trying to figure it out, but, you know, I want y'all to see, like I said, that, you know, if you get frustrated, just keep going. Because it'll all work out. Okay, add my glue. Take it and place it on here. Oh gosh, I cut that one. Let me peel that off real quick. Cut that one a little wonky. Okay. Alright, see how that wanted to come off. I'm just going to press it and I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to take my bone folder and press it down in here. Alright, so that'll help it to hold together there. Alright, I'm going to take a little piece here. Make sure I do it right. Alright, now I'm just kind of eyeballing when I cut that piece. And again, y'all, we're going to have that same little hole on this side. And if that bothers you, you can always cut a little strip to cover that up. Or, you know, whenever you embellish it, you can always add something there. Alright, adding my glue. Take it and place it on here. See how that I got that glue on there? Y'all, I'm not sure if you can see it, but I got some glue on this black paper. It's gonna dry clear, so I'm not gonna stress about it. Alright, let me trim this piece right here off. Alright, let me check it. Okay. Peel these little backing strips off. Add some glue. Lay it down. Okay, so now we have our little side strips on. Alright, so now we want to add some strips across here. Alright, so I'm going to take my long strip. I'm going to lay it on here. Let's trim it up. And something else, y'all. If you don't want to use these little strips, let me show you. I found some leather I had in my stash. So it's just, you know, 1/2 inch leather. It was 1 inch and it's been folded in. So if you want to, like, you can use that here. Like this. Okay, my leather is going to go across like this. But, you know, if you want to use something different, you know, other than binding strips for the outside here, you can use leather, you can use seam binding, you can use whatever you want to. Alright, I'm just, you know, I'm doing the seam binding. the paper strips here, because that's just what I'm used to. Alright, I'm going to take the backing off of my strips. Okay, got a little coming off the end there, so I'm just going to fold it in. Take my glue. Whoop. Go right over top of that tape and all in the middle here. Okay, now I'm going to fold it here. You know, just kind of see how I got it folded. I'm just going to lay it, let's just start right here on this side. Okay, so I'm just going to take it, and I want that crease, my little seam here. Alright, I want to put that in the seam. Okay, so I'm just pushing it up against my stomach, and I'm just, you know, that's how I'm holding it. You know, my stomach is right here, so I'm just kind of pressing that up against my stomach just to, you know, kind of hold it a little bit. But there we go. Alright, so now let's take another strip. Let's trim it off. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and fold it. Take the backing off of this score tape. And I'm going to add my glue right over top of the tape, all in this little groove here. I'm going to wipe my glue tip off. Alright, now I'm just going right on top here. Again, I'm just folding it a little bit. That way I can kind of feel, you know, where my seams are. And then I know to press them where the seam is on here. Okay, so you just want to take and press. Take your bone folder, you can press it. Alright, but again, y'all, don't go pressing really hard. Alright, now I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to do these next two seams. Okay, I'm just going to take and measure it. Alright, take the backing off. Add the glue. Alright, again, I'm just going to bend it here just a little bit so I know, you know, about where my seams are. Okay, press it down. Y'all, I'm so super happy with this lid. I'm so happy that I got it actually put together. I was getting a little worried there. Alright, take my last little seam, turn my box here. Just going to measure it. Okay, I'm going to fold it in. Alright, take the backing off. And y'all, if you make this box or this album, please share it. You know, if you have Facebook or Instagram, my links are in the description bar below. And I'm going to also add the link to Country Craft Creations Facebook group, Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations. Alright, I'm also going to link that Facebook page as well. So y'all be sure to come on over. And, you know, anything that we make, the design team, you know, anything that any of us design team members makes, y'all come on over and share with us. So, you know, if you make this, please come share it with me because I want to see it. I love seeing what everybody makes. But I also have a Facebook group, Lars Craft Zone. So y'all come on over and join my group as well. Check it out, y'all. We got our lid. The outside of it is done. Alright, now we need to add the little binding strips here on the inside. Okay, so I have all these little scraps here, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to search these and see which ones fit. And the way I'm going to do it, I'm going to fold it up, place it in here, and see how this one fits. Alright, I'm going to do that. Or, let me tell you, this may be an easier option. I'm going to measure, let's see, I'm going to need 4 pieces that are 3 inch, 2 pieces that are 2 inch, and then 4 pieces that are 3/4 inch. Alright, so I'm going to cut those. I'm going to go ahead and pre-cut those, and then I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so I've cut my strips to go on the inside here. Okay, and I'm just going to take them, and I'm just going to start adding my little strips here. Okay, so I'm just going to take my strip, and this one is a 3 inch, so it's 3 by 1, scored at a half, so it's scored in the middle. Alright, just going to add some glue right on top of that score tape, all in the middle. Alright, now I need to open it up. I folded it the wrong way there. Okay, so I'm just going to take it on this little side here. Okay, so I'm going to tilt it up. Alright, I'm just going to place it right along in the middle. Okay. Now I know you probably can't see this very well because it is black on black. So I do apologize. See, now we have our little strip in there. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do the next one. Okay, gonna peel the backing off, add my glue to both sides here, and you're gonna get some glue on your hand, you know, on your fingers, so don't worry about that. Alright, so I'm just gonna take it, place it in the center, and when it's in the center, right in that little groove, I'm just gonna burnish it down. Okay, now I'm going to go over here to this side, do the same thing. Take my little strips, peel the backing off, add my glue, stick it in the groove. Okay. Alright, so you'll see, you know, once you get started, it doesn't take you very long. I mean, well, I'm not going to say it doesn't take you very long because, you know, it does take time to put this little box together. But it doesn't take like that long, you know. Just have fun when you're making it. Turn on some music, turn on some TV in the background, and just craft away. Okay. So this is my last little 3-inch one. I'm just going to take it, place it in that groove there. Alright, just burnish it down. Okay, now I have my little 3/4 by 1 pieces for the sides, for our little sides here. Okay, same thing, we're just going to peel that backing off. Alright, we're going to add a little extra glue here. Okay, same thing, y'all. I'm just going to take it, add it in this little groove here. Alright, and this one you may have to trim up here. I'm going to have to trim that up on the side, which is no big deal. I'm just going to let it dry first before I start messing with it. Okay, take my next one. Add some glue. Okay, place it in that little groove there. Just press it down. Alright, go to my next one here. So you'll see, you know, there's a lot of steps that you have to repeat, you know, over and over, and that's kind of what takes you the most time. It's just repeating those steps, but it is all worth it in the end. You know, if you hung out with me this long and you listened to me chatter this long, then you are almost home free, because we are almost done with our little treasure box here. Okay, you know, we've got a few more strips to add on, and then I want to show you how I added on the little clasp and the hinges for the back. I'm going to show y'all that as well. And we are going to have to trim one of our sides here. I did check my box. You know, I said earlier that it didn't really matter. Well, it does matter if you're going to have hinges. Okay, and I'll show you in just a second what I'm talking about. Alright, so we have two little strips that need to go on the inside here, and they are 2 1/4 by 1. Okay, so we're just going to add our glue. Okay, so I'm just going to take it down in here, lay it down in that little groove, press it down. Okay, take my last one here. Okay, take my glue. Just add it right in this little corner here. Okay, I'm just going to burnish it down. And there we go. Alright, so now I'm going to show you why I said we are going to have to cut one of our sides. Okay, when we put our hinges on the back, alright, we want our lid to be flush with our box. Okay, so I'm going to turn it sideways so you can see what I'm talking about. Alright, so if I put my lid on here, okay, I can't see the back side back here, but alright, see how I have this gap here? Alright, I don't want a gap there, because once I put my lid or my hinges on the back, I need these two to be flush. Okay, and you may think, you know, okay, well that side's flush, but no, it's not, because look, when you place them on like this, what it is I've bent the chipboard a little bit here, and so it kind of makes it look flush. But see here, I've still got a gap. Alright, so I am going to trim off one of these edges, and all I'm going to do, y'all, is I'm just going to take my ruler here, and I'm just going to, let me see here. Alright, let's cut this one off. Alright, I'm just going to take my ruler, and I'm just going to go edge to edge of this side. Okay, I don't want to go the edge to edge from here. I want to go this edge to this edge. So see here how I have a little bit of extra. See right here? Alright, I want to cut that off because I want to make it flush with this side. Alright, so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my ruler, and again, y'all, this is hard because I'm on camera. But you know, if I wasn't on camera, all I would do is just kind of lay it down next to me, or you know, prop it up on my belly or whatever, like I showed you I was doing earlier. Alright, so I'm just going to draw a line. Okay, so I have this little line here. See, I think you can see my line there. So I'm just going to take my scissors, because again, I can't get it on the on my cutter. Alright, this may be a little difficult here. Alright, so I'm just going to cut right across that little line. Alright, I'm going to cut this off camera, y'all. I'm going to try to save us, you know, a little bit of time here. I know this video is running really far behind from what I normally do, so I'm going to do this off camera. Okay, y'all. So, let me show you what I did here. Alright, now my lid, it fits down on here. Okay, so on the back, you see, I still have a gap. That's because I cut too much of it off. You know, right here in the center, I did cut too much off. But it does lay flat on my sides now. And then on the front, you know, I have just a little tiny bit of an overhang. And that's perfectly fine. You know, the front of it is not going to matter at all. Alright, and on the back, right here where I did, you know, cut too much of it off, I don't really care. You know, I'm not going to stress about that. And I'll show y'all what happened. Alright, I was cutting, like, I just took my little knife blade because I couldn't cut it with my scissors. So I just laid it down like this, and I just started, you know, trimming off a little bit at a time. Well, when I got right here to the center, I trimmed off a little too much. So just be careful, you know, when you are cutting and you are trimming, that you take your time. Alright, so now I need to cover my edges here. So I've already cut my strips, and we're just going to do them the same as what we done before on the front of our box here. Alright, so I'm just going to take my paper off, the backing off of the score tape here. Alright, I'm going to add my glue. Okay. Now I'm just going to take it, doggone, I forgot to miter my little sides here. Alright. So again, you just want to miter one side of your little strip. Okay, and that's going to be the side that goes on the inside. Alright, I also forgot to measure it. And of course, it is too big. So you see here what happens when you try to rush. Alright, so I've got it on there. Okay, everything fits, so I'm just going to press it down. Alright, I'm going to go over here to this side and do this one. Okay. And again, y'all, I'm trying my best to hurry, but, you know, there's really no rushing when it comes to making a big project like this. I'm just going to add my glue right on top of that tape, all in the middle here. And again, I forgot to miter my little sides. I also forgot to measure it. And I just sit here and said that. See, now I'm going to have to wash these scissors right here really, really good. Because these are my paper scissors. These are not doggone glue scissors. Okay. So y'all make sure that you measure before you go cutting. Adding glue. Alright, let me take these little strips off here real quick. Okay. Now this time I'm going to do my two sides here. Alright, let's measure it out. So let me go ahead and miter my little sides. But remember, only one side you're mitering, the other side you're not. Okay, now let's just try it and see it's a little too long. So I'm just going to cut it off. Okay, now that's going to work. So now I'm going to take my strips off. Both sides here. Alright, I'm going to add my glue. Okay, I'm going to put my miter side on the inside, my not miter side on the outside here. Okay, I'm going to tilt it up here so I can see, so I can hold it. Because this is the side that I cut and I messed it up. You know, I cut too much off the center there, but hopefully it won't show up too much. Okay. Alright, I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm just going to press that down. Okay, and I'm going to turn it around here, do the same thing. Go ahead and trim a little bit of it off. Miter my two sides. My lighting looks a little bright. I'm not sure what's going on with my lighting here. There, maybe that worked. Alright, I'm going to bend it. I'm going to check it. Okay, that fits. So I'm going to take the backing off of my score tape. Both sides here. Okay, add my glue. just going to place it on. And again, I'm going to hold it up. Alright. I'm going to lay it down. Burnish that paper down. Okay. Alright, so now we have our box constructed. Okay, now my little side here that I had the little extra flap on, which is this one. Alright, I'm going to make sure that's the front now. Okay, so let me just check it here. Look there, it's not bad. You can't really... It's not too bad off. Of course, you know, I still have a little gap there. That's no big deal. Not too bad. Alright, now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add my design paper on the outside. I'm not going to add the design paper on the inside yet, only on the outside. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so now that I have my box covered on the outside, okay, I went ahead and done all 4 sides of the bottom, and then all of my sides here on the top. Alright, what I did was I went ahead and I put one of them in to make sure, you know, that I got everything right before we get on camera again and I screw it all up again. Alright, so what you're going to do, you're going to take your ruler. Okay, you're going to measure 2 inches over. You're going to make a little dot, just a small little dot. Okay, you're going to go over here to this side. You're going to do the same thing. Just mark 2 inches on both sides. Okay, so I'm going 2 inches in. I'm going to have my hinges. Okay, these are just little small hinges. And I think these are Tim Holtz. I think. I'm not 100%. Okay, so what I'm going to do now. Okay, I'm just going to take a glue dot. Alright, just a regular old glue dot. These are the mini dots. Okay, I'm just going to take a glue dot. And I'm going to put it on one side. Okay, just right here on the back of one side. Alright, see that little teeny dot there shining? Alright, now I'm going to take my box lid here and I'm going to go to my little 2-inch dot there. Alright, now I'm just eyeballing mine. Okay, I want to take the center of my little hinge and place it right where that little 2-inch mark is. Okay, I'm going to fold this down. Alright, see how it's folded down? That way, like I can see. And I don't want my hinge, I don't want this part to go over. Alright, so now we have 2 little hinges. Okay, we need to add some little brads on here. Alright, so I need to poke some holes. Alright, I take my little pokey tool here and carefully press it in the... Gosh, I get really scared because I don't want to poke myself and I don't want to mess up my top here. Alright, so I'm just going to carefully... And I just have my finger right here. Make sure that you do not put your finger under here and hold it, because then you're going to stab yourself. So just put your finger, you know, on the sides of it here. Take your pokey tool and just poke a hole down in it. Okay, so now I have my 2 holes poked, and now I'm just taking some brads here. And again, these are Tim Holtz brads that I'm using. I do know that these are his brads. Alright, so now I'm just going to turn my little feet here, the little inside metal pieces of the brads. You want them to fold out that way. Alright, you don't want them folding out this, you know, top to bottom. You want them to fold out side to side. Alright, just like that. Okay, I hope you can see down in there. Alright, so now, alright, I'm going to take my box here and I'm going to just place it. Let's see here. Alright, this is the back of mine. Alright, so now I'm just going to flip my little hinges open or up. Alright, I'm going to take my box. Okay, I'm just going to line it up. Okay, I've already got a glue dot on this one, so I need to add another glue dot to this one. Okay, so I'm going to take that glue dot and just add it right on the back of that little hinge. Okay, carefully line it up. Now when you do this, y'all, take your time. Okay, I hope you can see what I'm doing, because I'm trying to do it, and I'm trying to, you know, do it where y'all can see it and do it where I can see it, and nothing messes up. Alright, so now I'm just going to flip my little hinges down. Okay, and that little glue dot is on there. Maybe I shouldn't have put that glue dot on there. Maybe I should have just marked it. So let's just take a pen and just mark it. Just put a little dot down on there. Alright, so don't add the glue dot here. I'm probably going to tear my paper. Which, yes, it did. Stupid paper. Luckily, it's going to be underneath here, and you won't be able to see it. Well, I won't be able to see it. Okay, so do not add a glue dot on the second one here. Alright. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my pokey tool here, poke these little holes. Alright, again, y'all, be careful when you're poking these holes in. And don't stab yourself. Because if you do, it is going to hurt. And I mean, it is going to hurt. I've done it before, so take my advice and don't do it. Alright, now I'm just going to, let me take this little glue dot off of here. Lord have mercy, that little thing's strong. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this right here off without tearing my paper completely. Okay. So now I'm going to take my little hinges, and y'all, this part's going to get tricky. Let me think here. Before I add these hinges on, let's do the front. Nope. I'm trying to see what's easiest, y'all. Trying to see what's easiest. Alright, let's go ahead and put these on. Alright, so I'm just going to take it, place these little hinges on. They're going to go in these little holes. I'm trying to line them up. My God, y'all. I've never struggled this bad while doing a project. Alright, I got one in. Now let's put another one in. I think I'm making it more difficult for myself because I'm, you know, so nervous doing this mess. Alright, let's do this side. Because look, y'all, look how easy it's going in, and I'm sitting here struggling on the first one. Alright. So now I have these little brads in. I'm just going to flip my box over. Open it up. I'm just going to take, I don't want to take, you know, anything real important. And I'm just going to open these up. So let me just use my fingers here. Alright, so now I'm just going to take these little brads down in here. You probably can't see what I'm doing, but all I'm doing, I'm just opening up these brads. Okay. Then I'm going to push them down. Alright, so now I have my brads in, see? And I'm thinking maybe I should have went with a larger brad. Let me see what I got in here. Okay, these. Alright, so these are 10 holes. Alright, so you can use the small ones or the large ones. And you'll see here, y'all, these small ones, they were silver. But I used one of my markers and just colored it to kind of make it gold looking. So that's all I did. So let's see here. So if you want to use the large ones, they'll look good as well. They actually look a whole lot better. Alright, so see, that's the large brads, or the large hinges. I'm not going to change it out. You know, I've already painted them and everything. So mine will just have little small hinges. Alright, but you will also, if you buy the hinges, you're going to get the small ones and the large ones in the same pack. Okay. So now I'm going to turn it around and let's put our closure on the front here. Okay, so y'all see our little box? We have a treasure chest. Check it out. Of course it falls over. Alright, so now for the front, I'm going to take one of these little hooks here. One of these hooks, and I think these may be by Prima. I don't really know, but Tammy carries them in her store. So we will I will link that in the description bar below. Okay, so let's see here. I want this one to go on top. Make sure it's going to fit. Alright, so let me find my center. Okay, so I'm just going to measure it. Alright, my center is going to be 4.5, so I'm just going to take 4.5 and mark it right there. See right here, my little 4.5 mark there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do my, well, it'll line up. Alright, so now I'm going to take another glue dot. Alright, and I'm going to put one on each side of this little hinge. Alright, see, I have one here and one here. Alright, now, when you stick this on, y'all be careful because it's gonna, stick really good when it sticks. So I'm just kind of gonna eyeball it here. Alright. Alright, so here's my little 4.5 mark right here. I'm just gonna kind of center it up in between these two little dots here. Okay, when you have it where you want it, press it down. Alright, you see here it does come, you know, over my lid just a little bit, and that's okay. That's no big deal. Alright, I'm going to hold this on, poke my holes in here. Again, y'all, watch your fingers. Be careful and do not stab yourself. Do not, do not, do not. So, you know, just kind of wiggle and push. Okay, now I'm going to take, and for this I'm going to use the longer brads. Okay, so I'm just going to poke them right in here. Just like that. Alright, I'm going to open this up. Flatten these brads out. Okay, so now we have our top hook on. Alright, so now I want to put my bottom hook on. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to, look at me looking in the box. Good Lord. Alright, I'm just going to take one little glue dot. Okay, so I'm going to tip my box up. Alright, you want to make sure now when you do this is exactly where you want it. Okay. Alright, make sure everything is lined up. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close this little hook here. Close this little latch. Let me take that glue dot off just to make sure. Okay, so I'm going to have it where I want it. Alright, stand your box up. Take your time, y'all. Take your time when you do these little hinges and hooks and any little metal piece. Make sure that you take your time. Alright, so that's where I want it. So I'm just going to hold it. Take my... Of course, I'm going to move it. I bet y'all thinking, good Lord, what is she doing? Believe me, I'm thinking the same thing. Good Lord, what am I doing? Alright, so again, I'm just going to line it up here. And if you need to, y'all, make sure, you know, put something back here to hold it. You know, so it doesn't go flopping off just like mine just did. Okay, and I can't get my head in the way here, and that's another thing that's messing me up. Okay, so I'm just going to hope and pray this is going to work here. Alright, so I have it right there. Make my little marks. Let it fall off. Alright, take and stab my little holes in here. Okay. I'm going to place this on here. Take my little long brads. Again, I'm using the long ones. Alright, let's place them on here. before I bend them up, I want to make sure, you know, that I kind of have this lined up pretty good here. Okay, I'm just going to hold it with my finger back here. I'm going to open up these brads. Okay, so there we go. Now we have our hook. I think. Yep, yay, look at there, I got a hook. Of course, you know, it's moving right now because I don't have it really tightened up. I don't have my brads under here tightened up. So what I'm going to do now, alright, I'm just going to leave it like that, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do on the sides. Alright, so for the sides, I have these little hooks. Okay, and again, these may be from Prima. Y'all, I really don't know offhand where all these metal pieces are from, but I will list everything in the description bar below. Okay, so everything will be in the description bar below, all of these little metal pieces, if they're carried in Tammy's store. Now, you know, if they're not, I'm not going to link them. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to place these right here on the center, on the side here, and I'm going to put one on each side, and I'm going to use E6000 glue to hold these down. Okay, I'm not sure of any other glue, and I don't want to tell you, you know, of any other glue because I don't know 100%. Okay, but I do know 100% that E6000 is going to hold this on there. Alright, so I'm going to put one on each side. Alright, and then for the bottom, I'm going to put my little legs on here. Okay, so I have these little claw feet. Alright, so they're going to stick on just like this. Okay, so I'm just going to hold it on here, take my pokey tool, let me open up this lid. Alright, let me lay this out. Well, that ain't going to lay out flat. Alright, I'm going to hang it off the side of my table here, y'all, so you can see, you know, just a little bit. Let me move my camera a tiny bit. I apologize for the moving here. Y'all just hold on. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so I've just got this on the side of my table. Alright, you see, here's the edge of my table right here. Alright, I'm just going to take these little feet, and I'm going to hold it on really tight. I'm just going to stab a hole in here. Alright, so hold it on really tight. Stab a hole. Good Lord. See, now if your finger would have been under there, you'd poke the hole right through it. Good God. Okay, so I'm going to do that to all four sides, but I am going to go ahead and show you how I'm putting this on. Alright, again, y'all, I'm taking my long brads here, and I'm going to add some E6000 here, and then I'll place it down, and then I'll stick my brads on, and then, you know, I'll close them up on the inside. But I'm going to do that to all four sides, and then that's how, you know, my legs are going to be. So that's going to be my metal pieces. Alright, and I think that's it for this treasure box, y'all. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I hope, you know, this worked out. Let me move my camera back here. Y'all hold on again. Okay, so y'all let me know, you know, if you have any questions. But this is my treasure box. Alright, it took me a little while to get it here, but I got it here. And I want to tell you something else too. Jackie, on our design team, she has a treasure box that is larger, but it has a round lid. And of course, you know, I just added tape, and I didn't decorate this or anything, but I wanted to make it, you know, just so y'all could see. Let me move my camera up a little bit more. Y'all hold on again. Alright, that's moved up just a little bit. But this lid is round. So if you want to make a round lid or a round treasure box, you know, like this one, then I'm going to leave her link in the description bar below. So, you know, if you want to make a round treasure box, you can head on over to Jackie's channel and check it out. Or if you want to make the square treasure box like I did, then y'all just follow my tutorial. Alright, I hope everyone has a wonderful day. And again, this is a Country Craft Creations design team project. And this is the treasure box. I will also leave the link for the mini album that goes in this treasure box in the description bar below. Alright, I hope everyone has a wonderful day. And I want to thank everybody so much for sticking with me throughout this little treasure box adventure here. It was, you know, kind of rough, I'm not going to lie. And it did take a while, but that's okay. We made it. All right. Thank you so much, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Thanks so much. Bye.